all the epidermis is all off of it. And like I said, any of that discoloration, like the blood in it right there, after the hair's removed off of it, I get the brain mixture put on it, let that set for half a day to a day, and then I'll take it out of this frame, re-soak it in water again, at least a good 6 hours, and change the water quite often. Gets really soft and hydrated again. I'll work it several times in my hands in the water to work any more of the blood stains and mud and stuff out of it, and then stretch it back out, and I will start working it, rubbing it, scraping it, wind up with the finished product. I'm using just a flake here. It's got a good sharp edge on it. It's kind of rounded down there where the bulb scar is, so it ain't cutting into my skin. But I'm just going around trying to do this and just cutting the hair. It's hard. Okay, yesterday after I'd scraped the other side real good, I decided to see how dry it was. Went around the very top of it with a sharp flake and down the side there a little ways, where I can get my scraper in there to start scraping down. Last night, as you could see, there was a few spots like that. There was still moisture in the hide in a few spots, and it did not want to scrape it off. Whenever you scrape it, you want to make sure that it's scraping everything off, and as you can see, there's not much hair there, but there's like a real dark layer of skin, and you want to make sure that comes off. That's that epidermis under the hair right there, and it's a thin top layer of epidermis that whenever you do it right, it should just peel that epidermis right off of there and look like damage. And I'm going to sharpen this bit. I'm fixing to start scraping this. It's kind of hard for me to do and hold at the same time because I cannot see what I'm doing with the hide. I don't want to gouge it, but I'm fixing to sharpen this up. And if you put a little pressure with it whenever you're scraping right, that hair and epidermis will all come off in one swipe. But it's, as you can see, I need to sharpen it. It's not wanting to cut. Okay, as you can see, it's scraping down real good. I've only been doing it maybe 5 minutes at the most. Whenever you get a good sharp blade on there, the hide is pretty much dried completely out. It is not taking nothing. Show a little bit better now my blade's sharp. Scraping. See, it just peels it right off. Okay, it's taking me about an hour to get all of that off. I do still have a little bit over in here. Like I said, you can't get all the way up to the string or anything. That's why you just really can't have to worry about too much on the flesh side over there getting right up next to it either, because like I said, all of this I will end up cutting it out right along the hairline. If you're doing it this here way, the old style, you will never get that edge coming out just as white as the other side. And now that the epidermis is off of this side, the same on this here side, Now that the epidermis is off, it finishes up. It will be just a solid white fluffy hide. Because I do it with stone instead of metal, you can see where some of the flaking patterns was and different strokes that I made in it. I will kind of go over it again and kind of smooth it out a little bit more. This next weekend I will be buying some pork brains, stick them in water, boil them up till they turn good and white, mash them up and put them on the hide. Then after that we will go to the second soaking, something that our ancestors done to survive and have warmth in the winter time and clothes on their back. Okay, I've scraped this hide some more and I've got it thinned down around the neck. It should be thin enough for what I'm going to do. It's good and dry. Give me some pork brains, boiled them in some water, and then got them all mashed up real good. Thick paste out of it. I'm going to let them cool just for a little bit. I'm rubbing it on there with my hands, kind of spread it out, and then I'll take a small round stone and kind of rub it in there really good. And it'll help work it down into the hide in there. Let's do this on both sides, and I will let it soak or set overnight, and tomorrow I will start the second soaking process. Set overnight, and tomorrow night before I go in, I will take it out of the frame. I'll stick it back in my tote with water. I'll rinse it around, or I'll let it soak in there overnight in the brain solution. Rinse it around some, put some new fresh water in there. And as soon as I get home from church, I'll rinse it around some more, start wringing it out, and re-stretch it, and we'll start finishing up the buckskin. Also, if the brains really freak you out and you don't want to do that, you can make a paste out of, it would have to be a real fine cornmeal. Actually, it need to be more of a corn flour, and some eggs. To me, nothing has the texture and the softness like a brain tan hide. But like I said, the other will work and you will still have a soft, beautiful hide even with that. Okay, I soaked the hide, like I said, overnight. It's a Sunday. I washed it around good. There's still a few dark spots, but it ain't bad. And now I'm going to take it and I will wrap it around a tree like this, and then I'll take a stick and run down in it, and I will slowly start twisting it around and wring it out good. And I will just keep doing that and move around some and then do it some more until I get it wrung out real good. Okay, as you can see, I got the hide re-stretched. I'm going to tighten my strings all up real good to get them good and tight. Then I'm fixing to start scraping on it and rubbing it, and keep working it till it's ready to be cut out of the frame and start working across the rope. Rope out here on this post here. I've got the hide cut out of the frame, kind of fold it in half, but what I do is I take this hide and I put it in there like that, and I will saw it back and forth. It takes a little while to get it going, and then I'll move my hand up one, and then down one on the opposite end, and then I'll saw it some more. And this rope will help drag the rest of the way out. Keep working it around like this. Then I'll go to the other side and do it. While you're doing it, just do short strokes to do around the edge. That way you know what the edges are getting done too. But this here's how I do it. Once I finally get it completely done here, I will show you the finished product, but that's all you do. Like I said, just fold it, saw it for a while, and then whenever you move your hands, take one of your hands and move down this way, and take the other one and move the other way, so that it just keeps it stretched and it just works all the way around the hide. As you can see, that hide will stretch, goes right back into shape, and that's what you want. Okay, I have got it done. It is soft, fluffy. This was the hair side. It's very soft. Like I said, I'm going to smoke the hide. So to come out with this here, all you got to remember is soak it, keep the water changed, stretch it, scrape all the hair off, scrape all the flesh off of it, put the brains on it, and then after the second soaking, you wring it out, you start scraping it, keep scraping it until pretty much all the moisture hide is turning very, very white and get soft. And when you touch it with the palm of your hand and it's warm, that is when you need to cut it out of the frame. Doing the last process over the rope. Alright, like, subscribe, and God bless.